This is a really weird comment, but I'm going to use it as an opportunity to talk about hobbies and specifically the differences between men and women when it comes to hobbies. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but there's actually a leisure gap between men and women where men have more time for things like hobbies and leisure than women do. And this is directly correlated with the fact that women tend to do more domestic labor, the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, and they do more caretaking for children. So they're spending more time with their kids on average than men are. And this difference means that men have more time for hobbies. They have more time for hobbies that take them out of the house. Let's think golf, hunting, fishing, working on cars, right? All of these things take them outside of the home and typically are not done with kids. Whereas women's hobbies, they don't revolve around men, but they typically are done in the home and can be done while watching children. Women will say their hobbies are things like reading, knitting, gardening, baking. And men, they have hobbies that take them outside of the home. And these hobbies oftentimes don't just happen over an hour or two, they happen over extended periods of time, sometimes a full day or even a weekend hunting, right? So when women complain about men's hobbies like golf or fishing or hunting, it's not because they want their husband's hobbies to revolve around women. They want their partners to be more involved in the house, in the caretaking. They want their partners to be an active participant. And they also want hobbies too, hobbies that they don't have to do in between nap time and dinner. They want time for rest and relaxation in the same way that men get it. And so no, women don't hate it when men have hobbies that don't revolve around them. What they probably don't like is the fact that their partner gets a lot more time to themselves than they ever had.
Wow. Baby girl, I'm going to say this. I am going to be shocked if your kids get older and move out of the house and you're still married. I cannot understand. First of all, here's a couple things. One, if that man had hobbies, had all those hobbies before you guys got married, and then you thought it was going to change afterwards, that's a you problem. He already showed you what he wanted to do, what he wanted to spend the majority of his time on. Two, if that's not what he was like and he is like that now, there's something wrong in the home. There is something wrong in your home. And I say this because men don't just up and change like that. Your husband, if he's spending hours and days away from the house, away from you and the family, your husband's probably depressed. Yeah, and you're just so self-absorbed that you can't even see that he's suffering in silence. So that's delightful. On top of this, okay, if a man truly wants to be in the home and truly happy in his life and happy with his marriage and everything, he'd involve his kids in his hobbies all the time. It happens all the time. Okay. On the other side of this, when do hobbies happen? Like seriously, my husband and I, we have our hobbies and we either do them between dinner time and bed. We do them after the kids are asleep. We do them when they're playing outside. Like, I don't understand what leisure time you think a man has more than a woman. On top of this, because you seem to lack perspective and you can't seem to perceive anybody but your own self-indulgent suffering. Okay. What in your right mind makes you think that a man going out and working who has all this stuff going on wants to come home and be nagged to death and do housework that you deemed important, and now you want to nag him because he's not doing it the way you want him to do it? Like the other day, I just watched a video of your stupid face where you complained that you had to look for a clean cup in a dishwasher. You just don't want to be happy, and this is a perpetual problem with women on social media. Your husband is probably depressed. The fact that you can't see that makes you a problem. On the other side of that, you are making yourself out to be a martyr that you're not really. Babe, you are not a martyr at all. You want to be because it makes you feel better, but you're not. And this behavior is gross. Go talk to your husband. Turn off the phone. Turn off the internet. Go talk to your husband. He's depressed. And you're a word I cannot use on the internet for not being able to see that. For claiming that you love your husband and you've worked so hard on your marriage. You are awful. And this is for all the women who are on here complaining about their husbands. Okay? Men don't have it easier. They don't have more leisure time. They don't go and pick hobbies outside of the home without a good damn reason. And you're probably it. Okay? If you want a hobby, Say, hey, hun, I want some time to myself, and see him make it work. But, okay, if you're going to do that, you're going to let him parent and manage the house the way he's going to. Because if you don't, he's not going to let you have that time because he doesn't need to be micromanaged. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to deal with that. Okay? So you're going to go sit down, talk to your husband, make sure he's okay and he's not good himself because you're making his life miserable. That's how I'm going to put it nicely. Okay? If you need time, then you need to tell him. And during that time, you need to let him manage the children and the home the way he's going to without nagging him about it. Because you don't need to be in control of everything. You're not the head.